Welcome back, Perks Recap Podcast. Okay, let's talk about it. Baltimore Orioles at home taking on the visiting New York Yankees. And I've been saying the Yankees have been bullies, and this holds true again. I'm also starting to think this team cannot win on the road against anybody of any quality. Baltimore is kind of shaky. They're up and down. But they can definitely still get it done in the right circumstances, and they got it done in this series. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3 games. The Yankees were bullies in one game, and took 2 out of 3 losses on the road. So this team, I think, doesn't play that well on the road, and doesn't play well against quality opponents. And until they do, I'm going to stay with that story. So let's see. Let's get into it a little bit here. First game, 4-3 loss. Judge got a couple of hits, kept his average over 400, which is crazy still. The problem is Will Warren is not a major league starting pitcher right now. I don't know if he'll ever be. It took Schmidt quite a while to become that, because I think Schmidt, while he's not an ace, is a viable major league starter. I don't think Will Warren is, or at least not right now, and we're stuck with him for a while. Luis Heel would be the person to take his place, but he's months away still. They're talking June or July, and chances are it's probably going to be more like July. So I don't know what they're going to do about this, because Will Warren can't continue to come out there and do what he's been doing. We lost the game because he gave up 4 runs in 3 1/3 innings. It's just not good enough. And the problem, too, with this series was our worst 2 starting pitchers both pitched in this series. And when that happens, it's an uphill climb to win that series. Because the other game we lost, which was the Wednesday game, Carlos Carrasco pitched. And Carlos Carrasco, also not a great starting pitcher, was a solid pitcher back in his day, but he's he's older now, and he's just really hanging on by a thread. He gave up 4 runs in 3 1/3 innings. Wow, the exact same line. So those 2 are just not getting it done, and like I said, it's very difficult when you got both of them in the lineup in the rotation to win a series. You're going to have to do what they did in the middle game, in the second game. They win 15-3. Judge hits a home run. Ben Rice hits 2 home runs. The Yankees, as a team, hit 5, jumped all over the starter right from the beginning, and Carlos Rodon was perfect through like 6 innings. It would be like I'd rather them get the 15 runs on one of the other games than maybe Rodon would be able to pitch them to a victory for one of the other ones. But instead, they got the best pitching that they've got all series from Rodon. In a game, they score 15 runs. And I got to give Rodon credit. I've been waiting for one of his classic, 4 innings, 6-run type of games coming up here, because he's like due for one. He's terribly inconsistent in his Yankees career. But I got to give him credit. This is the 3rd game in a row where he pitched really well. This one was on the road as well. So I'll give him credit. 3 in a row now where he's pitched really, really well. And as a whole on the season, his numbers are pretty good. Can't complain. Hopefully he keeps it up. Hopefully he doesn't become that inconsistent pitcher again, because we can't afford it with the way our pitching staff is right now. Judge hit another home run, and then he hit one again on Wednesday. So 2 games in a row with a home run for Judge. And he is batting .427. 427. He went 3 for 3 on Wednesday with 3 RBIs, including a home run. So he's just remarkable. It's a marvel. We need to appreciate what he's doing because sometimes I think it gets taken for granted and lost in the ether. And I'm telling you, if you're a young person or even 20s or 30s, you're going to be talking to your grandkids or your great grandkids. God willing, you live that long, and they're going to be asking, "You actually saw Aaron Judge play?" That's the kind of level we're talking about here. Don't take it for granted. Realize what's happening and what he's doing. Realize how special it is. Now, on a day-to-day basis, doing this podcast and watching these games, man, this was really frustrating, the series. It just was, and I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the pitching. Will Warren has got to somehow figure it out. Carlos Carrasco has got to somehow fight off Father Time and continue to figure it out. He has given us a couple outings here and there. Not too bad, not too shabby. I think the one before this one, he went 5 innings and gave up nothing, no runs, which was great. Maybe some lesser opponents can help them out, get some wins while those two pitch. But for the most part, you play somebody of any quality and those two are pitching 2 out of the 3 games, it's really difficult to win that series. And I don't know what the answer is. Marcus Stroman, I haven't heard anything about him coming back. And I can't believe I'm even saying I want him to come back. But even he, I think he's a better option than either one of these two. And then Luis Gil, like I said, it's probably July. So we got to wait. When the team is whole and Luis Gil is the number 4 and Stroman's 5, I think we could get by with that. Maybe we make a trade in the trade deadline for another starter. But with both Carrasco and the kid, Will Warren, it's very difficult right now. But what are you going to do? The Yankees are still in first place. Like I said before, they are bullies, and they don't like playing on the road against quality opponents. So until they start doing that or prove me wrong, that's going to be the narrative. Hopefully you enjoy this one. Don't forget, the podcast will be back again on Thursday with the draft recap show with me and Al going over the first round picks that we thought were going to happen and what actually happened in the draft, and then some other draft highlights like Shador Sanders, things like that, that we want to discuss. So the NFL draft obviously is over. We're going to give our review and reaction to it, talk about our teams, the Cowboys and the Eagles, and what they did and how we feel about their draft. And then after that, I want to mention this as well. I want to make it short about this as well. For the first time, me and Al are going to have a podcast where we talk about music. Yes, we're going to have a music podcast. We're going to start doing more of those as well. Top 10 rock singers of all time, top 10 guitarists of all time, things of that nature. But we're going to start it with what I want, which is what I've been begging to do with somebody, is an Aerosmith podcast. They're my favorite band, and Al has agreed to learn a little bit more about them, listen to some more of their music. I've actually given him some things to listen to already. He's going to listen to some of these songs, and we're going to discuss Aerosmith in the first music podcast, and I'm excited for it. I don't need to brush up or study on it because I know them inside and out. I know all their music inside and out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us for the first music podcast. Like I said, the topic will be Aerosmith, but there'll be more music podcasts after that, as well as MLB podcasts, as well as Yankees recap, series recap, podcasts like this one, and as well as NFL podcasts. And then also, don't forget, Perks Recap music reactions on YouTube. You know, I do those 3, 4, 5 times a week. And of course, I enjoy that very much. Hopefully, you enjoy it too. I've definitely rambled on enough. I've definitely taken up enough of your time. Until next time, I'll see you later.